Supreme Court. Well, let's go to New York now, where we can join Corey Brecht-Schneider, Professor of Political Science at Brown University. He's authored a piece on why Mr. Trump's immigration ban was unconstitutional. So go on then, Corey, tell us why it's unconstitutional.
Well, in our system, if a statute or act of Congress or an executive order conflicts with the U.S. Constitution, the Constitution is supreme, and it results in the order being struck down. And on my view, this order is clearly an example of anti-Muslim animus, and it violates our Equal Protection Clause, our Religion Clause bans on establishment, the insurance of free exercise of religion. And those three provisions mean that it needs to be struck down. And so I think the court here and in other places has done the right thing.
Corey, we can see pictures of people protesting, clearly in line with your opinions there. But if President Trump believes the restrictions work in the national interest, won't he win any legal challenge?
I don't think so. There is a case on his side that was decided in the 19th century about an act of Congress that excluded Chinese immigrants from coming into the country, the Chinese Exclusion Act case. And that says the president's power in matters of immigration are absolute. But that case was decided before Brown versus Board of Ed, before our modern doctrine of equal protection and free exercise and establishment. And the modern case law makes clear, I think, that if a president or an order of a president is based in animus, based on bias towards religion or ethnicity, that it's invalid. And that's what these judges are saying consistently. That's what the Attorney General who was fired, the acting Attorney General who was fired, said. And I believe they have the law on their side.
President Trump would argue that his country, your country, is facing a threat from radical Islam, and that it is his responsibility to protect the country.
If this was just an act that was concerned with security, he would be right. But his statements during the campaign and more recently the statements of Rudy Giuliani reveal that what seems like a good motive is really based in, as I said, anti-Muslim animus. And the courts just don't allow that. Our constitutional system has no room for mixing issues of national security with pure bias. The rulings say, a case, for instance, involving the free exercise clause, that even if the law looks neutral, it looks like it's a fine goal. If it's based in animus, it's tainted and it's unconstitutional. And that's true of this order as well. Just briefly,
if you could, the offices of the president and the judiciary, they seem to be on a collision course here. Is this a dangerous path?
In our system, it's very clear that the judiciary, the Supreme Court, and the courts can issue orders that have to be followed by the executive branch. And that would be an extremely dangerous thing if the executive branch refused to comply. And it's clear to anyone trained in this area that they would be in the wrong and that they would be inviting a constitutional crisis. So I hope that they will continue to comply with the court's order and that they will listen to courts as they decide these issues.
Corey Brecht-Schneider, Professor of Political Science at Brown University, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Pleasure.
The Romanian government has withdrawn a draft decree which would have